Greetings YouTube, this is Toy Customizer Wake Angel 2001, bringing you another custom commission. This one is another fan character from DeviantArt user Camunon. It is Static, who is taking the form of the hedgehog, though I'm guessing that he's supposed to be some kind of electrical elemental based on the whited out eyes and the whole glowing thing. So Static's base was mostly super silver, but as you can guess, there's some pretty heavy modifications going on. Let's start with the head. The first thing I did, of course, was cut off all the extraneous spines. I only left the two middle ones and the part of the central one from Silver's leaf spine to form the basis of Static's unique forehead spines, which I then built around. On the back of the head, I made those crescent moon shaped spines largely out of clay, using the base of the larger back head spines as the anchoring point, and the long forehead spines are made out of plastic sheets so they can maintain a nice sharp angular look. Now this is where I tell you that it's important to stay in communication with the people who are commissioning me, because the first time I made Static's head, it came out like this, and Camunon wasn't really satisfied with it. He said that the V shape that the forehead spines made didn't really match his character, and those two crescent moon spines were a little too big. So I went back to formula and I cut the forehead spines off and reattached them at a more parallel angle to each other, and then took my Dremel to the back of the head to make the crescent spines smaller and hug the head closer. It still doesn't look exactly like his concept art, but it is as close as I can get it while still working around the architecture of Silver's head. On the torso, I put a little bit of clay to cover up Silver's chest hair to create the hairless chest look that Static is supposed to have, and I also cut off Silver's own spines so that I could attach new ones. These new spines, of course, being made from Manarctica's cape. Manarctica's cape is basically just a big flat sheet of Jazzware's action figure plastic, making it pretty much ideal for this particular task. Something interesting I learned, it's actually a translucent blue. It's just painted over. I don't know why they used a translucent plastic when they were just going to paint it. Anyway, I just had to cut the vaguely lightning bolt shaped spines like this, and then I glued them onto those grooves that I cut in Camunon's back. Not Camunon, Static's back. Camunon is the guy who made Static, but it's still Static. Now, you probably noticed that although this is Super Silver's body, those don't look like Super Silver's arms. That is because they're actually Supersonic's arms. I won't go into details of why I did the part swap at this level, but I will say that Supersonic's arm made it a lot easier to swap out a Tails hand for the left, because Camunon wanted one hand as a clenched fist and the other one in an open gesture, because that his hand is open when it throws electricity and lightning, which is kind of cool. Now, I haven't had such a heavy foot modification as this since I made Honey the Cat shoes by carving down Amy Rose's. Basically, these used to be Sonic shoes, but I took my Dremel and basically filed away not only the socks at the top, but also pretty much all the sides. The buckle, the stripe. The only part that the only real thing that I was going for here was to create a sharp seam going down the middle of the foot. As you can see in one of them there. You can even see some of the ink from the line that I drew as a guide for myself. This is, of course, to match Camunon's look because he has very sharp, pointy feet, which I would not want to get kicked by now that I think of it. Ugh. So, let's take a look at Camunon, huh? Static! His name is Static! Come on, Wake Angel, can't you keep the character's frickin' name right? Okay, so the paint job on this guy, I used entirely Testor's paints because they are a great deal shinier than my Anitas. Um, Static has a somewhat rare combination of yellow and gold, primarily yellow with gold accents, I should say, along his wrists and ankles and belly patch. And as far as fan characters go, this is a fairly unique look. That's why I had to make the head twice, because this is a character that doesn't actually use the architecture of a standard Sonic character as the base. So a character like this, of course, requires a little bit more effort. But now I'm just kind of talking about stuff. This is Toy Customizer Wake Angel 2001. Hoping that Camunon likes his figure and that you all liked looking at the figure. So, this is Wake Angel 2001 signing off. Bye bye.